Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nyma. For those of you guys that are new, today's video has been highly requested and a lot of people want to know about this foundation, and I'm talking about the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Collection. They launched with a primer, powder, and a foundation brush and a powder brush. I'm going to be reviewing that today. This video is also sponsored by Pat McGrath, which is an amazing thing. Such an amazing accomplishment for me to be considered for this campaign. I may or may not have seen these shades prior to them coming out. It's a good thing and a bad thing because I kind of know what to expect, but then again, it was just a test. So we're gonna go ahead and review the Pat McGrath Sublime Skin Perfecting Foundation. The foundation goes for $68. The primer goes for $60. The powder goes for $55. Honestly, I was expecting the foundation to be a little bit more expensive product wise. Like, I think her eyeshadow palettes are like $100 and something. I'm not mad at the price considering all the other products that she has. So let's go ahead and read what the foundation is all about. It says, Mother's instantly iconic foundation builds weightlessly from a sheer veil to a flawless medium coverage in 36 universal color choices, custom curated for all skin types, tones, and undertones. A customizable couture finish that brings the runway to real life in a few powerful drops. I was actually backstage at Fashion Week with Pat McGrath, and yes, give us the runway, because the way that she sent those models down the aisle, I was like, wow, like their skin looked so good. Easily buildable coverage, self-setting, post-perfecting, long wearing. It's a sublime satin finish that lasts all day. Let's go ahead and read the primer. Makeup meets skincare and the ultimate smoothing skin refining primer. The first step in Mother's iconic sublime perfection system. It primes, smooths, hydrates, and renews with the sublime silken effect that instantly turns back time in your complexion by preventing transdermal moisture loss. Okay, we can get down with that. We are down for skincare primers all in one. This is the Sublime Primer. I have not tried this yet, so we're gonna see. This is what it looks like on the back of my hand. Kind of has like a pinky tint to it, so that's nice. It's not bad. That doesn't look bad. It feels really smoothing. Feels hydrating, but not overly shiny, so that's not bad. Okay, cool. Next, we've got the foundations. I have the shades 33, 34, 35, and 36. This is the packaging for it. I love the luxury that is Pat McGrath's packaging. She always kills it with me for packaging, and I'm obsessed with it. Like, what? So I'm gonna give you some swatches. Oh, it's a pump. I forgot. I opened it, but I think I forgot that it was a pump. All right, so these are the shades that I have currently. This is 33, 34, 35, and 36. I do think there might have been room for another shade in between 35 and 36. That's just my opinion. Of course, I'm gonna do 36 and see if that gives me, it looks like it's gonna be a close match to my face. So I did like 2 pumps. From what I can tell so far, the formula does feel pretty lightweight, so we'll see. And then I'm gonna use the foundation brush. This is nice. I feel like I am getting that light coverage just from those 2 pumps, which isn't bad because it is supposed to be a lightweight veil first, and then you can build it up to a medium coverage, so it just depends on how you want your coverage to be. What do you guys think so far? Let me know down below in the comments. I do feel like, no, I don't know. Is it too neutral for me? I don't think so, but I do feel like it's giving me like a good match, like the Pure Love Yourselfie, but I'm not sure if I feel like it's too neutral for me. It does sit on the skin very nicely. I feel like I look like I don't have any foundation on, which is nice. Maybe that's why I'm like looking at myself a little bit funny, because I feel like this is the lightest the foundation has looked on my skin, and maybe that's why I was like, I'm expecting something else. Let's see if we can build it up. 2 more pumps. Really looks like I don't have foundation on. That's kind of crazy. It is building up. Okay. You know what would be a good idea? mixing this with the primer, using it as a tinted moisturizer during the day when it's hot. I can see myself doing that because it'd be hot as hell here in Texas. I like the way that looks. I'll balance it out with some concealer. I like it. I still feel like it looks like I have nothing on. Sure, we don't have any brush marks, which I don't have any, but I still like to do this. Make sure you get around your nose, especially, because some foundations can gather really funny around your nose, but this one didn't, so that's good. Let's go in with some concealer. I'm gonna use the Nyma Beauty concealer in the shade T2 Stay Woke Concealer. This concealer is for brightening, so I'm gonna go in very lightly because it is a lot brighter than I normally like to go. I'm just gonna keep it right in there. I'm gonna blend that out. I'm gonna go into the Cover FX concealer in the shade PD5. Yeah, that is just too light and drying for me, so I'm gonna mix them together. There we go. That's just a better undertone for me as well. Just gonna take my foundation brush and make sure I'm not going too far out with my concealer. Just making it look nice and diffused. That looks good. Now with new powders, this is the Sublime Perfecting Setting Powder. With new powders, I get a little worried. So I'm gonna dust first and then I'm going to try and see if I can press it in. So we've got medium deep 4, light 1, and it has like this little like the sifter in here. Oh man, my lights are blowing it out. The powder feels like very airbrushed. And then this is light medium 2. It's a little bit more yellowy, almost like banana powder-esque. Medium 3, which is this shade. It's a little bit more golden. And then we've got this, which is a little bit more richer, but now you guys can see it because my lights are calibrated to my skin tone, so anything like super white is gonna look washed out because I have my lights set up to flatter my skin tone. But now you guys can see the little sifter, and then this, I'll probably use this to set my under eyes. You can see the difference. This one's just a little bit more on the goldeny side and a little bit lighter, and then this one's a little bit more on the red side and it's a little bit deeper. So I'm probably gonna use this all over my face and then use this under my eyes. Let's go ahead and set the under eyes. She's bright, she's bright, she's bright, she's bright. This powder, wow. If you want a bright under eye, this powder will give it to you. Okay, let's see if we can go and dust some of this away. I don't really feel like I put that much powder on, but it looks like I did. And then let's set. I should have probably dusted this powder underneath my eyes instead of setting, but that is just a technical error. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze with the Prime Beauty bronzer. So that is the powder, foundation, primer from McGrath, and that looks pretty smooth. The only thing I'm probably gonna do now is probably just like lightly set underneath my eyes with the brush. So I'm just using like a small tapered brush so I can really get that powder underneath my eyes right there. This is actually an eyeshadow brush. I don't know why I said powder brush. Yeah, that's definitely what I should have done, is used a brush because it looks so much better and more controlled. Yep, the brush is definitely the move because I keep adding powder and it definitely doesn't look as crazy as it looked before. So I just did my eyes off camera. I used the Colored Rain Beauty Rest palette. I used these 2 shades in there, these 2 in my crease and my transition area. And then I used these 2 shades in this palette for the shimmers that are on my lids. I used these 2. This is the inner corner highlight and this is the shimmer on the back end, not the bronzy one in the middle. So now I'm gonna do blush. I'm gonna use one of these mented blushes. I just don't know which one I want to use. I'm gonna use this one because I just want a very subtle blush. Again, using that hourglass brush that I always use, and I'm just going to see where that gets me. That is what I wanted. I just wanted a very subtle flush of color. You love a high pigment blush, or a buildable pigment blush, I mean. I'm gonna take the Prime Beauty bronzer, bronze on my brow bone area, just to make sure everything is seamless. We're going to go ahead and go in with highlights. I am gonna use a McGrath highlighter. She has such a good highlight formula. These are so pretty. Okay, let me show you guys. Look at these shades right here. Oh, so pretty. I'm gonna use this one because this one kind of looks like my inner corner highlight. So I'm just gonna get into that brush. I might layer this highlight a tad. I'm gonna layer that highlight just a tad. I'm gonna go into this Beauty Bakery Coffee and Cocoa palette. It's got some pretty shades in there for highlight. I'm gonna go into the shade You're Grounded and a little bit of Antidepresso. Now for lips. Where's my lip liner? Pat McGrath as well, and it's in the shade Black Coffee. I'm gonna use the Mented number 5 in the matte finish. I'm gonna use this Color Drain lipstick in the shade Empathy, just to lighten up the center a tad. And then to top it off, I'm using this Bronze Divinity Lust lip gloss from Pat McGrath. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, let's do that. That looks good. So this is how the foundation looks right now. I haven't set it, I haven't sprayed it with anything. And I'm now gonna spray it down with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. Now I'm going to put on some lashes. All right, so this is how my face looks right now. I'm about to go to Topgolf with my sisters, and we're gonna see how this holds up because it's still a little warm outside. It's about 6 p.m. 6:59, it's about 7 p.m. And it's still a little warm outside, and Topgolf is outside, so we're gonna see how this makeup holds up throughout today. I feel like I'm still glowing, so we're gonna see how it looks throughout the day. I mean, I'm pretty sure already by now I know that my nose is gonna get shiny and maybe my forehead a little bit. I will see you guys later on this evening, let you guys know what I thought about this foundation and the entire collection, and see how this face holds up. Alrighty guys, I am back. It is like almost 3 in the morning. I'm really tired. We had a really good time at Topgolf. I was like laughing so hard I was crying. So I had to take my lashes off because it was just not, it wasn't looking cute. So I took my lashes off, and I was laughing so hard I think I hurt my voice or hurt my throat. I don't know, but my voice sounds funny. So anyways, this is how the foundation looks. I already knew that I was gonna get shiny in the areas that I'm shiny in, like around my nose area and on my forehead. The only thing that I noticed so far was that the foundation doesn't transfer crazy, but it is not transfer resistant. I don't think it claimed to be transfer resistant. Like, oh, you can't see it. I would have to turn down my lights, but it's on here. Like, it's not transfer resistant, so that's something to just keep in mind. So going through the list of the products, I liked the primer. I like the fact that it has skincare benefits in it. It feels really smoothing and hydrating on the skin. The foundation feels like a very lightweight foundation. I would definitely keep using the foundation again. The only thing that I feel like I might need to tweak or keep playing with to figure out the perfect way to use it is the powder, because it definitely has a lot of pigment in it. They're not really like translucent powders, and I think these two shades are gonna be the best matches for me. I just gotta figure out what's the best way to use it, whether it's with applying it with brushes and not a sponge and stuff like that. I do feel like I had better application with a brush for my preference than a sponge. I felt like the sponge just put on too much powder, and so yeah, so that is pretty much all of my thoughts on the collection. The foundation brush was nice. It applies the foundation really nicely. So creasing wise, they didn't crease any more than I usually crease with foundations and stuff like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But it's kind of like a healthy looking glow. Oh, I got these from my sister. Do you guys like them? I love them. This one's the Ethiopian flag. I was actually born in Ethiopia. I don't know if I've told you guys. And then this one is obviously the South Sudanese flag colors. So it was hard to get these on. Like, I'm not gonna be able to take these off for a hot minute. So, but anyways, that's pretty much it for our video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you again to Pat McGrath for sponsoring today's video. Thank you to you guys for watching. Lots of love, and I will see you guys next time.